Hi friends, welcome back. So, my very kind brother went out and got me something. And now, I don't play Magic, but I do love The Lord of the Rings, in case you couldn't tell, you know. And my brother got me a pre-release pack for the new Magic set, since it is Lord of the Rings themed. Now, obviously, I've had this for a little bit. I've already opened it. It's super cool. I love that it's a dangerous business photo going out your front door right here. Like, that's the setup for this whole thing is just super cool. Absolutely love it. But because we're focused on art here, what I did is I picked out, I'll face them this way, some of my favorite cards from the pack in terms of their art. And I thought we could spend a little time just looking at the artwork and talking about Lord of the Rings and, you know, just all around having a nice, arty, nerdy time. Sound good to you? Cool. I'll change the camera angle and let's get started. So, these are in no particular order, as per usual. I've got a nice little paintbrush to point to things, and I've got a stack of, I don't remember how many cards out of my pre-release pack that we're just going to take a look at, because I thought that would be fun, and I really like the artwork for these, and it's Lord of the Rings, so, I mean, you can't really go wrong. So, the first one I wanted to look at, this one I thought was really cool, because I actually got one where it's the full card art, and it's, of course, Balrog, Durin's Bane. But I just think they did a really good job on this. I think this is Colin Boyer is the artist. But yeah, he did a really good job. Like, I know that you're used to seeing the Balrog from the movies, but if you're just reading off of the books, like, this looks pretty accurate, and it's super cool. Because this is an art channel, I'm kind of going to skip over, because I really don't understand how to play Magic. I'm sorry to all of you. You can read the card if you want to. I'll be holding it up here long enough, but we're going to look at the art. I love how the whip is like made of fire, and the sword is made of fire, and it's so cool. Super well done. Like, if you saw this artwork and you didn't know what it was for, I am absolutely positive you would look at this and go, oh, well, clearly that's the Balrog. And that to me is just, that's super cool. Super good job. Absolutely love it. The next one I have is Faramir, Prince of Ithilien. And again, this one, I think I actually have two of this card, but this one has unique art or something. No, I have two Faramirs. I have this one and I have a different one. But anyway, this one's a legendary, whatever that means. And I love it. I love how you have this, the ring with the writing, and you've got Faramir and very clearly Sam and Frodo. It's just very well done. Like, this is very, yeah, that's Faramir and that's Sam and Frodo. It's just really, really pretty and very striking to me. I love the colors in here. I love the contrast that they have between Faramir, who is outlined in light, but he's just silhouetted, and then Frodo and Sam, who have, I think, a little bit more detail than Faramir does. I think that was very well done and very spot on. I just think that one is super freaking cool. Faramir is definitely one of my favorite characters from Lord of the Rings. He's not super in the movies, but he's in the books, and really fun character, really well written. I like him. He's just really cool. He kind of gets a little bit glossed over in the movies though, which I felt bad about. Extended does better for him, definitely, but Extended does better for everyone. So this one I just wanted to show because I thought this was really cool that they did this. Their lands, they did parts of the map of Middle-earth. So this one has the Anduin, and it's an island. I was a little surprised that they didn't, for the islands, do like the island of Numenor or something, but because Numenor isn't really covered in the primary Lord of the Rings series, it does make sense to just go with the biggest like water line that we follow, which is the Anduin. Fun story, the sister river of the Anduin, the Baranduin, actually is the Brandywine River that you may have known of from Hobbiton. They call it that because it kind of looks like Brandywine, but it is actually kind of like an etymological slur of Baranduin, which I thought was really cool. But yeah, I like that they did this with the lands, that they made them just like a part of the map. And yeah, they have like their basic map art, their basic land art as well. It's just like the little water drop. But for some, you get these really cool, like here's a map of Middle Earth, which I think was a really fun touch. As a lover of the books, I couldn't not show you this one because it's Bombadil. And I loved Bombadil. I know that a lot of people did not like Bombadil, but I do. I love the books, and Bombadil is really, really fun. I also love little detail on the card text. They put actual text from the books on the cards, like any of the like flavor text, I think it's called. This is directly from the books, and I think that's just really fun, and I love that they did that. But this is super Bombadil. You've got like the flowers everywhere, and he's just very jolly, and that's, I mean, it's classic Bombadil. You couldn't not have Bombadil in the Magic set. I feel like if they had just completely skipped him, there would have been rebellion among the Lord of the Rings fans, because you really do need him. He is a really fun and really important part of the story that I didn't appreciate them cutting out and putting into different parts of the story. Just didn't make sense. But I do like this card art, and I love that they included Bombadil. The next one that I have is another one of those lands. This one is a swamp, so of course they're showing Mordor, which, that's perfect, right? Cirith Ungol, Minas Morgul, Mount Doom, Barad-dûr. I mean, if you know anything about Lord of the Rings, you know what Mordor looks like. But again, this was a really cool touch that they put the map of Middle Earth on the land cards. Really fun and not something that I expected. And I do actually look at Magic Card Art not infrequently. This isn't the first pack I've looked at. I do really like the art that they do for Magic sets. This is just the first Magic set I've ever owned because it's Lord of the Rings and I love my brother. Forge Anew. Again, this was one that, like, I like the art. The art's really good, but like I couldn't not show this one. It's Forge Anew, come on. It's a really important part of the story. But I do really like how this is done. I like the contrast of the blue and the red. And the sword is very, very well designed here. I think they did a really good job. I like it. This one, I'm mainly showing you because I got the like metallic-y background on it, which I thought was really fun. It's like super fun to have it on like the Kraken though, right? The artwork on this one is actually a little dark. I wish that it was just a hair brighter than that so that you could really see the detail, because it does have some fabulous detail, but it has to hit the light just right or you can barely even tell what it is, because see, when it's dark it's just like, what am I even looking at? But I thought this card was cool, and I liked that I got the metallic one. So, I'm showing it to you. The other one that I got with that finish is actually Wizard's Rockets. I got two of these as well, but this one is the metallic, the cool looking one. The other one that I got is just the basic card. And this one you can see really well. You can see that really cool dragon firework. Really important part of the story, I think. I think it's a really fun part of the story.
it kind of allows you to understand a little bit more of the history of these characters by having this cool dragon firework. Of course, in the books, it's intentionally set off by Gandalf. But I do kind of like in the movies that they have Merry and Pippin do it, and it's very unexpected. I just think that that's cute. But, and then this one is also one where the whole card has art instead of it just being this top little square, which I think is really cool. I like this one. The dragon is like very exceptionally well done too. See if I can get the glint on it just right. You can see all these really cool details in the flame. And like in the wrong lighting, when it's tilted down or whatever, it looks okay, but then like you catch it in the light and it just glows and it's so cool. I love it. Super well done. Livia Prima, I think, is the artist. Really good job. Absolutely love this artwork. The next one, I couldn't not show Shadowfax either. My brother did tell me something about this one because we did go through all the cards together, he and I, that haste is an effect that's been in Magic for so long they don't ever explain it anymore. But because in the books it's Shadowfax will show us the meaning of haste. Horses you control have haste, and they explained what haste means, which I thought was absolutely hilarious. And then I do actually really like the art. You've got this cool rainbow effect here. Shadowfax's mane and tail are just exceptionally well done. I have attempted to draw a horse, and it is so difficult. One of my friends actually does horse painting sometimes, and it is a challenge. Valera Lutfalina, I think, is the artist. Amazing job. Super good detail on this horse. Like, that looks like a horse. The anatomy looks correct in every way. Love it. Super well done. Also, clouds. The clouds are gorgeous. Really, really well done. Top-notch artwork. Again, this one's just, it's such a pivotal moment. I couldn't not show you this one, Slip on the Ring. And I do actually love the way this is done because the finger, as the ring is going onto it, is transparent here, but the hand isn't yet because the ring is not all the way on. I love that. And I do kind of wish that they had the effect be a little bit more like that in the books, because that was how I always imagined, not in the books, in the movies, because that was how I always imagined it in the books. I imagined it would be like your body would go invisible starting from the finger where you put the ring on and starting like as you're putting the ring on. So this was really cool. I think this is supposed to be the moment in the pub right before they meet Aragorn while they're waiting for Gandalf. I think that's this moment. Really well done card art. I'm just like, this is exactly how I pictured it when I was reading the books. Super well done. Love that they did it this way. Really cool. Speaking of the ring, Cast into the Fire. I thought this one was really cool too. This one also has text from the books, but for Gollum I could not have destroyed the ring, so let us forgive him, for the quest is achieved and now all is over. Poor Gollum. I know he's not great, but like, poor Gollum. Deceived into killing himself, basically. Really cool card art again. Yeah, so this is, this is the eagle, the eagle's claw, taking Frodo away. The ring melting. Gollum reaching for it. This is a really creative way of presenting this scene, and it's really well done. I like this art. I like that it's very clear what's going on. This is a little bit tricky to figure out, but like the wings, it can only be one thing. That can only be an eagle. Really cool. Really well done. Love the details in the ring. There's actually a lot more detail in this art than you at first notice, which I think is just phenomenal. I'm gonna do that one last. Change my mind. This one is Inherited Envelope, and again, the art's fine, but like, I just wanted to show this one. Keep it secret, keep it safe. Because I got this card, I was like, I mean, it's a super pivotal moment in the Lord of the Rings. I like that they have a card for it. It's really cutely done. Very detailed, very adorable. I thought it was well done. I like it. The last one I'm going to show you is this one. Again, full card art, the Oliphant. Actually super stoked to have gotten this one because I loved the Oliphants in the books. Super well detailed. Super intricate. Got 3 Oliphants on this card. And just look at all this. They've got like the stuff they're wearing. It's so well done, and there is so much detail for it being on such a tiny canvas. I am legitimately crazy impressed by the artists that do these. They do such an amazing job on these cards. I can't even imagine trying to make my work this tiny and still show so much detail. Magic is also, they do such a good job in their printing to allow that much detail to be shown in such a tiny amount of space. But yeah, these were my favorites from my deck, or at least the ones that I thought would be the most fun to show you. And I hope that you agree. I hope that you had fun with this video. If you want to see more, I am happy to show you more of my pre-release pack. Again, I don't play Magic, so can't really tell you much about card play or anything like that, but we can look at the art and we can look at it in more detail. I just thought this would be fun since I just got my pre-release pack and had some time to look through it. So thank you guys so much for joining me in this Magic Card Art review. I hope that you enjoyed and have a great rest of your week, and I will see you in a couple weeks with a whole new video. Thanks guys. Bye.